Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Corks, bringing value home. Jagdeo claims Bamia Primary is completed. Evidence proves otherwise. EPA lacks technical capacity amid life-threatening incidents. Upgrade coming for Nikadak Access Road, Edgel. And mother of three pleading for assistance to rebuild home after it was allegedly set on fire. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Melissa Grant with the Tuesday, 22nd October 2024 edition of the HGP Nightly News. We will tell you at this hour that despite revelations by the People's Progressive Party Civic General Secretary that the protracted Bamia Primary School is completed, investigations by Nightly News proves otherwise. More details from Antonio Day.
You remember how they tried to run down the Bamia school, that the hits and jams people got. Well, the school is finished now.
That was General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic Bar Jagdeo last Thursday during a media briefing. Mr. Jagdeo told the press that the Bamia Primary School was completed, but based on an investigation by this newscast proved otherwise. A usually reliable source shared several images where displayed sacks of cement in what appeared to be a classroom, exposed electrical wires along with broken furniture, and doors detached from its hinges were still visible. The contract for the construction of the Bamia Primary School was controversially awarded to Statement Investment Inc., a consortium of entertainers and football promoters, in November 2021. Originally given a 20-month timeline, the project has seen its expected completion date pushed back repeatedly, which raised concerns about the management and execution. Statement Investment Inc., formed just a few months before, successfully bidding for the contract, has faced criticism for its lack of experience in large-scale public projects. The company claims it experienced labor shortages and material sources, which exacerbated by a booming construction sector in the region. After multiple delays, the completion date was extended to November 2023. It is almost a year to that date. In February 2024, an additional sum of $127 million was allocated to expedite the completion of the school. Shadow Minister of Public Works David Patterson had noted that Statement Investment Inc. was established only 8 months prior to being awarded the contract, bringing into question technical criteria as set out in the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board's standard bidding documents.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
In a developing story, Antonio Day once again tells us that former director of the Environmental Protection Agency, Dr. Vincent Adams, has chided the Environmental Protection Agency for its handling of the seepage of an oily substance with an unsavory odor through the floors of the homes of several residents of Crane on the west coast of Demerara.
Petroleum engineer Dr. Vincent Adams has added his voice to the conversation after an oily substance with an unsavory odor began seeping through the floors of the home of several residents of Crane on the west coast of Demerara. Petroleum engineer Dr. Adams, who was also the former head of the EPA, chided the agency for its handling of the situation.
Both occurrences once again expose the incompetence and compassionless nature of this government and don't care damn attitude when it comes to health, safety, and the environment of Guyana.
The EPA in a release said it was partnering with the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission, known as GGMC, ExxonMobil Guyana Limited, Guyana, and the Pesticides and Toxic Chemicals Control Board to identify the cause and nature of the seepage. Dr. Adams questioned the reason behind the EPA having to partner with GGMC and ExxonMobil to determine the cause of the seepage. He contends that this clearly shows that the EPA lacks the technical capacity to handle such incidents.
The EPA shows up and tells the people that it was coming from cooking. Must say that this is as ludicrous as saying it was somehow seeping from the offshore operations. The EPA said, first of all, they didn't have the equipment to do the test. and they have to do a report and report it to Exxon, and Exxon is on the site doing work. Now, is Exxon now doing EPA's job? Or is Exxon, do we need any more evidence to show that Exxon is basically running the EPA? This is grossly inappropriate.
Nightly News recently visited the homes of Basmati Singh and Nandani Singh, who related the gravity of the situation.
And they all went here the 8th of October, and they had a little testing, and then they came back and take some samples. I told them I'm getting nausea, headache, and so forth. In this situation, why it's happening, we need an answer, just that.
They didn't say if they're coming back because they say it's nothing to worry about.
Okay. So since they left, the situation has not gotten worse?
No.
Okay, but do you think it's serious?
Well, yeah, because I didn't get any answer from them.
Meanwhile, in a release on Monday, the EPA clarified that investigations must be done thoroughly and ensure that samples collected will be sent for further testing, as the agency's initial tests using field equipment were quote-unquote inconclusive. The EPA noted that it has instructed ExxonMobil Guyana Limited, EMGL, to immediately activate its own investigation under the project community grievance mechanism. According to the EPA, it received confirmation that EMGL has enacted the grievance mechanism process, and they are conducting their independent investigation into the incident. These findings will be reported and evaluated by the EPA's technical team to determine the next steps. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Following calls by Linden Mayor Sharma Solomon to cap the Nikadak access road, which allegedly contains high levels of toxic chemicals, the Public Works Minister has announced that tests have been conducted and the road will be asphalted. More details from Tiana Cole.
Last week, Linden Mayor Sharma Solomon called on the Public Works Minister to reevaluate his decision to not upgrade uncapped Nikadak Access Road in light of recent findings of alarmingly high levels of toxic chemicals contained in building materials. However, in an interview on Tuesday, Public Works Minister Juan Edgel stated that the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission carried out a series of tests after his engineers collected samples from the Nikadak Access Road.
Of all the samples that we have taken from the road, and I can tell the people of Linden, there is nothing to be of alarm, because the samples of the lateritic material that came from the road is consistent with what obtains in lateritic material from any other part of this region.
The minister went on to say that the government will soon upgrade the Nikadak Road.
In the shortest possible time, we will asphalt the entire stretch, because it will always remain a thoroughfare, whether the bridge is completed or not.
At a press conference last Wednesday, Linden Mayor Sharma Solomon voiced profound concerns after the Public Works Minister refused to repair the Nikadak Access Road. The mayor emphasized that the road is a vital artery for the town and it is compounded with health and safety risk since harmful materials were allegedly used during maintenance works. He stressed that material used to upkeep the road contained toxic elements that endanger the well-being of citizens.
It is unfortunately that this road in the current state is inadequate to handle the volume and is now a serious public health and safety concern.
Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
We have more news for you after this.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Courts have it all. Oh, yeah. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Quartz Ready Finance. Quartz, make home yours.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Dolman Street, KT, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
No matter the state of your home, you can make it beautiful for any occasion.
NNS Matai Home Goods Warehouse. Simply better living.
I can't wait until tomorrow.
Yes.
Start packing, yeah?
I ain't start packing yet. Usually I pack a couple hours before and I go. Drive. I got my phone, I got my keys, my charger, my
Procrastinating planning for the future? Well, that's never a good idea. Let Demerara Mutual and Demerara Fire and General help you get started with planning for your future today. I'm with Dem.
Thanks for staying with us. You with the HGP Nightly News. Antonio Day tells us that 2 United Kingdom firms which marketed for Guyana's crude oil from 2 offshore platforms in the Stabroek block will be doing the same come 2025.
The state, through the Ministry of Natural Resources, announced that contracts were awarded through the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board (NPTAB) to market Guyana's share of crude from the 3 floating production, storage, and offloading FPSO vessels. Contracts were awarded to BB Energy Trading Limited for Liza Unity and Prosperity FPSOs, while JE Energy will market crude for Liza Destiny FPSO. The ministry in a statement on Monday noted that the combined premium per barrel to be received by the government of Guyana from these 2 companies for crude from these 3 FPSO amounts to $1.85, reflecting a substantial 93% increase compared to the 0.96 premium secured in the previous period for 2023 to 2024. Last year, J Energy had marketed oil from the Liza 1 platform, which uses the Liza Destiny FPSO, while BB Energy marketed oil from the Liza 2 and Priora platforms, which uses the Liza Unity and Liza Prosperity FPSOs. Minister of Natural Resources Victor Barrett recently told Nightly News that the 2 UK companies who successfully marketed Guyana's crude were welcome to resubmit bids, since the government prefers to quote-unquote re-advertise rather than extend. Under the 1-year contract, BB Energy was required to pay Guyana 26 US cents per barrel for marketing crude from Liza Unity, Destiny, and Prosperity. The state said J Energy would pay 70 US cents per barrel to market crude only from Liza Destiny. The Guyana government commenced its licensing round in the 2022 period, offering up to 14 blocks for tender in the shallow and deep water areas, deeming it to be a competitive process. Guyana's offshore exploits is estimated to have in excess of 25 billion barrels of oil equivalent and an estimated reserve in excess of 11 billion barrels. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Lloyd Gittins, one of two men who were allegedly involved in an armed confrontation with the police on October 16, 2024 at DeAndre Street in Georgetown, appear in the Georgetown Magistrates Court on Monday to face a slew of charges. Travis Chase reports.
The police brought 2 counts of discharging of a loaded firearm, robbery under arms, and possession of an illegal gun and ammunition. Lloyd Gittins pleaded guilty to a gun possession charge and not guilty to robbery under arms and discharging of a loaded weapon. He was eventually sentenced to 24 months for the gun possession charge and was remanded to prison on the other charges. Before his sentencing, Gittins told the court that he is aware that someone has placed a $5 million bounty on his head, and when the police entered his premises on October 16 at Danrad Street, he thought that the officers had come to kill him, and that's why he opened fire. Just before his appearance before the magistrate, the accused man and his co-accused wanted reporters to know that there is, allegedly, a plot to kill him. Gittins is expected to return to court on November 11, 2024. Nightly News had reported on October 16 that an A-Division police team acting on a complaint of a motorbike theft arrested the 2 men seen here, Lloyd Gittins and Dylan Accra. The men allegedly stole an XR motorcycle from a policeman on the west coast of Demerara Tuesday night last. What they did not know was that the motorcycle had a GPS tracker installed. However, the owner of the motorcycle, along with police, tracked the motorcycle to Danrad Street. When police got there, they spotted the motorbike parked in the yard. Ranks then knocked on the door where the motorbike thieves had been asleep and identified themselves as police. That's when the men allegedly opened fire at the cops. The police returned fire and summoned backup. The men were then taken into custody. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, 2 men are now in custody following an alleged robbery under arms on a Good Hope businessman. More details from Daisy Richards.
Businessman Sheikh Samsir, the owner of the Ocean View Hotel and Bar, was on Monday evening attacked by 3 armed and unmasked men at his home and business establishment. The incident, which occurred at around 20 hours 20, took place at Better Hope on the east coast of Demerara. Reports indicate that Samsir was conducting business at his hotel when he was ambushed by 3 men armed with handguns. They held the businessman at gunpoint and led him to his home, where they demanded cash and jewelry. When the businessman refused to comply, one of the men shot him in the right side abdomen. They then escaped on foot with an undisclosed amount of cash and jewelry. Samsir was then rushed to the Woodlands Hospital, where he was admitted and his condition was listed as stable. A police report was made, and when law enforcement visited industry on the east coast of Demerara, they apprehended and arrested 2 men, Winston Harris, 35, and Dexter Simon, 38. Police conducted a search on the men, where it was discovered that Simon had in his possession a black haversack that contained a .32 silver revolver without a serial number and 5 matching rounds, 2 cell phones, and a silver toy handgun. They were then told of the allegation, to which they replied, quote, "We sorry," unquote. Another suspect, named given as Kevin, who was pursued by an officer, dropped a .38 black revolver and made good his escape. The firearm was retrieved and, when examined, included 2 live matching rounds and 2 spent shells were found in the cylinder. Harris and Simon were placed into custody. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Stay tuned. We have more news for you after this break.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project? It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in no job that is too big or too small. Call Cvance Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Tropic Construction Solutions, we pride ourselves on being one of the leading distributors of high-quality woven and non-woven geotextile fabric, geotextile tubes, and geogrids for over 15 years in Guyana. We supply reflective vests, sleeves, quality hard hats, and more for your construction needs. We are located in No. 2 Village, East Coast Berbice, 1 minute from Palmyra. Our distribution mechanism enables us to offer delivery across the city of Georgetown. Contact us at +5926 284 077 or visit our website at www.tc.
The oil and gas industry is helping to transform safety standards across all sectors of Guyana. The government and industry leaders are pioneering safer offshore oil production with new legislation, updated policies, and state-of-the-art floating production, storage, and offloading vessels.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah. Get value for your money. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Thanks for staying with us. You're with the HGP Nightly News. Disciplinary action will ensue after an engineer in the Ministry of Education failed to show up during a recent visit to the $1.7 billion Karasabay Secondary School by a presidential team. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
On Monday, President Irfan Ali and Education Minister Priya Manik Chand visited the $1.7 billion Karasabay Secondary School in Region 9 to inspect ongoing construction of the school. While receiving updates on progress, President Irfan Ali gave a stern warning to the engineer, consultant, and contractors who were all mandated to complete the project by the deadline specified in the contract. Additionally, he instructed the Education Minister to discipline the engineer who was notably absent.
Let me be very clear with y'all. First of all, the Minister of Education will be taking some serious disciplinary action against the engineer from the ministry who was supposed to be here and is not here. Because this is a site visit that the engineer should be at, and the engineer is not here.
The head of state reiterated to the consultant and contractor that the school's construction must be completed by the end of June 2025.
July is a contractual obligation. By then we'll start charging liquidated damages. Am I making myself clear? And we're charging liquidated damage on the contractor and the consultant.
According to the president, termination letters will be distributed if the work is not completed by the contractual deadline.
So by the time we get to June, if we don't have this project, liquidated damages and termination. Where's the contractor?
Here, Chief.
From Avinash Contracting? Yeah. You understand what I just said?
Clearly.
Liquidated damages and termination if I don't get this project at the end of June.
In February 2023, the South was turned for the construction of the $1.7 billion secondary school in Karasabay Region 9. Construction is being undertaken by Avinash Contracting and is scheduled to be completed in 2 years. The modern school complex is fitted with 10 buildings. These include the main teaching block, lecturing facilities, modern science laboratory for physics, chemistry, and biology, TVET centers, combined home economics and cafeteria area, teachers' quarters, and outdoor sitting forecourt. The design of the buildings were completed in November 2022 after a series of consultations. Once completed, the facility will house and will be catered for 500 students in the classroom and 250 students in the dormitories. Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
87 students graduated from the Guyana School of Agriculture when the institution held its 59 convocation exercise on Tuesday. More details from Carice Gonzalez.
On Tuesday, the Guyana School of Agriculture held its 59 convocation ceremony at the Ortichang Conference Center, marking a significant milestone for 87 students who successfully completed their certificate and diploma programs in agriculture-related fields between 2022 and 2024. In a CEO's report, Govindra Randarin highlighted the extensive training and community service undertaken by students. He emphasized that these experiences not only enriched their education, but also benefited local residents through various community projects.
The agro-processing unit continues to train rural communities in product development. To this end, the residents of Whitewater and Maruka, Region 1, benefited from bed production training in a collaboration with the Guyana Marketing Corporation and GSA.
Additionally, Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa addressed the graduates, reminding them that their achievements represent the first step in their careers. He stressed the vital role they will play in enhancing food security not only in Guyana, but throughout the Caribbean.
You are the people who will continue to develop this important sector.
Meanwhile, Nightly News spoke with several graduates who reflected on their challenges while expressing joy in overcoming obstacles to achieve this significant milestone. Their stories highlight the resilience and determination that characterize their journey at the Guyana School of Agriculture.
I feel ecstatic. I recently got an award that I didn't even know I was going to get. When I saw my name there, I was just like, oh, wow.
GSA builds you for the working world. Yes, it teaches you how to work in team, how to work by yourself. It builds you to become a more proactive worker. The feeling of joy is grandiose here right now.
I didn't really have much experience in agriculture, so it wasn't a new thing for me, but I knew I wanted to do this, so I went into it. I'm very proud of myself. I think I deserve this.
A bit of sleep moral because I'll miss school, but I'm very happy of my accomplishments.
It was a really amazing and awesome experience. It's once in a lifetime experience.
Definitely is amazing to graduate after the 2 years of the program. Though it had some challenging times and some ups and downs to it, it was a fun experience and it was very enjoyable, and you gain experience from GSA.
The journey of GSA wasn't easy, but I made it. I'm very excited about this day. As you can see the smile on my face, I'm very excited.
I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
A 29-year-old mother of three is now left without a place to call her own after two men allegedly lit her home ablaze. Here again is Daisy Richards.
Sharmona Ramchan, a mother of three, is now without a place to rest her head after two men allegedly lit her home on fire in the Chateau Margaux squatting area. The mother of three related that on Sunday when tragedy struck, she was at her boyfriend's home from where she witnessed the blaze.
And wrong, but like 8:45, I saw the fire. When we came out on the bridge, my house was on fire with my brother one.
She believes that the suspects lit her home ablaze after she asked one of them to repay monies he had borrowed by a certain time. Ramchan added that she lost $3,000 in U.S. currency, $30,000 in local currency, along with every other article she owned.
A guy came by my house Friday morning, around about 6-something in the morning, knocking at my door. Well, he and my brother, his friend, asked me to borrow $3,000 and said that's how we got to get it for his kids. Sunday morning, I reached him and I said, man, what happened to my money? He's supposed to return it since Saturday. He did not return it. He said that, all right, I'm going for your money and bring it back.
Ramchan said her neighbors related to her that they chased the suspect and his accomplice into the compound of the Chateau Margaux chimney. The accomplice got away and Ramchan said she now feels unsafe.
Yes, but I need the next culprit to that catch because I'm not feeling safe.
She has been residing in the area for approximately 7 years. One of the men was arrested and is currently assisting with investigations. She is requesting assistance to rebuild her home. Ramchan can be contacted on telephone numbers 625-1052 or 737-1052. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Working and studying, lacking energy and restless? Dr. Chase Nerve Food and Nerve and Blood Tablet and Tonic improve your energy, reduce stress and anxiety, improve immunity, digestion, sleep and nerve function, fight anemia and maintain liver function. Dr. Chase contains iron, vitamin C, B1, B12, manganese, liver fraction, aloe vera extract and gentian root. Now, that's a doctor to trust. Dr. Chase.
GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. It is the civic duty and legal responsibility of all persons who meet the eligibility requirements to apply for registration. By doing so, you will be ensuring that you are issued a national identification card and be included in the official lists of electors for future elections, providing you meet all eligibility criteria. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, contact the GCOM on 225-027729 or visit the website www.gcom.org.gy.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh. Courts have it all. Oh, yeah. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
The Guyana Elections Commission GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31st, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. Types of transactions. Anyone eligible for registration is required to visit the registration office responsible for his or her area of residence to apply for registration. Persons who are already registered could apply for a name change if they have changed their names since they were last registered. Apply for corrections if there is incorrect information on their national ID cards. Persons who are desirous of conducting any of the above transactions must provide the relevant supporting documents. Persons who are already registered could request that their photographs be retaken if the quality of the photographs on their ID cards is unacceptable. Collect their new ID cards if they have not done so as yet. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, please contact GCOM on the following hotline numbers: 225-027729, 226-6557, 223-9650, or visit the GCOM website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Regional News. A new report from the Commonwealth Women's Forum has called for intensified efforts to eliminate barriers holding back women and girls across the 56 Commonwealth member nations. The report, which consolidates input from over 400 delegates, including prime ministers, ministers, women's rights advocates, and business leaders, who met in October 2024, will be presented to the Commonwealth leaders this week. According to the recent United Nations data, the current pace of progress towards gender equality remains critically slow. Projections suggest it could take 137 years to eliminate female poverty, while gender parity in Parliament is not expected until 2063. Delegates highlighted several key priorities, including enhanced protection from gender-based violence, increased women's leadership opportunities, expanded economic access, and greater investment in women-led climate solutions. The report emphasizes the importance of developing targeted policies that address multiple forms of discrimination, including disability, age, and identity. Cuba's capital remained largely paralyzed on Monday, and the rest of the island braced for a fortnight of a massive blackout that has generated a handful of small protests and a stern government warning that any unrest will be punished. Hurricane Oscar made landfall Sunday before crossing the island's eastern coast as a tropical storm Monday, with winds and heavy rain leaving at least 6 dead, after a night that saw protests by several dozen people in urban neighborhoods. Some banged pots and pans in the streets, while others demonstrated from their balconies. Protesters who said that they have no water blocked at least one street with garbage. The Cuban government has a low tolerance for civil disobedience, and President Miguel Diaz-Canel warned on national television Sunday that, quote-unquote, "We're not going to allow any vandalism or let anyone disturb people's tranquility." The prolonged nationwide blackout followed a massive outage Thursday night, part of energy problems that led to the largest protest in Cuba in almost 30 years in July 2021. Those were followed by smaller local protests in October 2022 and March 2024. It's all part of a deep economic crisis that has prompted the exodus of more than 500,000 Cubans to the United States, while thousands more head into Europe. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva was doing quote-unquote super well on Monday after he suffered a head injury at home over the weekend that caused a minor brain hemorrhage. Institutional Relations Minister Alexandre Padilla said. The remarks came as Lula shared on social media a picture of himself smiling next to Padilla and a top foreign policy advisor during a meeting on Monday to discuss the national and international agenda for the coming days. The post did not provide details about Lula's health. The president's injury forced him to cancel a trip to Russia for a summit of the BRICS group of major emerging markets, which is being held in Kazan following medical advice to temporarily avoid long-haul flights. The diplomatic forum, founded 15 years ago by Brazil, Russia, India, and China, has since expanded to include South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates. Thank you for watching. I am Tiana Cole.
Jagdeo claims Bamia Primary is completed. Evidence proves otherwise. EPA lacks technical capacity amid life-threatening incidents. Upgrade coming for Nikeduct Access Road, Edgel. And mother of 3 pleading for assistance to rebuild home after it was allegedly set on fire. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Aletha Grant. Thanks for watching.